All right.
Live is better than the alternative.
Good morning, everybody.
Make me a meal.
Okay. Trying to get things ready. Cue the dogs. All right. Yeah.
That in a minute when people.
So Cubs got us a taste test running.
I see that. Me either.
Good morning, everybody. Hey,
We're live.
cheers.
Oh, cheers.
This morning, wow. Doing a spin on buffalo chicken. Using ground chicken, Frank's Red Hot. We're going to do some blue cheese waffles. And I thought I'd pair it up with like a little side salad.
Can't go wrong with that.
So we'll go with that. But I feel like I'm forgetting something. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
How are you?
All right.
Good. Cub, Reagan,
Good morning.
you still look asleep.
Fell asleep a little bit.
Yeah.
That's all right. I was so tired I called you Ryan this morning.
Oh, he did. He said, you and Ryan. He's like, hey, I said Ryan. And he goes, I said Reggie. He goes, Reagan. Behind the garage bar. Behind the garage barbecue said, good morning, Lee, Rusty, and Cubs. Pickle said, morning, Craig.
Morning, Craig. Morning, Charlie. Now, Craig.
Dutchie Outdoor Cooking and Barbecue said, afternoon.
Dutchie, yeah, he's across the pond.
Pond.
He got in that. Yeah, he's over in Europe.
Oh,
That's like a 6-hour difference.
Yeah.
that's
got
not
in that
a
new
pond.
Ninja.
That's a.
Dutchie got in that new Ninja air fryer smoke. So he put pellet in and smokes.
Okay.
Okay, before you gentlemen get into your cooking, we have a little taste test to do.
Craig's been doing some.
Make sure that.
He's been posting some pictures of his side business, and not the bomb. The catering. He's been doing some food catering. Looks pretty good, man.
So we have taste test. Dad saw this on he thinks Facebook or TikTok, whatever. We didn't think it was real, but it is.
Yeah, I didn't think it was real. I thought it was one of those made-up things.
It is the 2023 limited edition artificial marshmallow flavored Pepsi. It's the Pepsi and Peeps collection.
Yeah, I am not looking forward to this at all.
Me either. Peeps are just plain out nasty.
But because I love my kid.
She is okay.
Side eye.
Yeah. Oh, for anybody, you saw the video where I got this pan ready to go. This is the old mountain. This is the actual first cook in it.
Yay!
Yep, first present.
I've got a pan like this at home, except for mine doesn't have the pour spout.
Dutchie Outdoor Cooking Barbecue said, what will you guys think of next?
I don't know what we're going to do next.
We got a whole week to figure that out.
Yeah, I kind of came up with this one because I found this ground chicken marked down at $2.69 a pound, and I put it in the freezer, and I was like, well, I'll find something to do with it. And what is it? This does not look good.
Okay, everybody take a little sniffity sniff. Do you like this
It's
stuff?
like you took a fresh can of Pepsi and soaked a marshmallow in it, a peep in it, and then stuck it under your nose.
I smell kerosene.
I don't know what that means.
All right,
I'm joking.
down the hatch. Cheers. Yep, nope.
Never again.
Nope.
Mine tastes worse cold.
Ooh. No.
It's not that bad.
I'm smelling gas really strong.
No.
Yeah, me too.
Mm-hmm.
It leaves that aftertaste in my mouth like when you fart really bad and you walk in it.
All right, you got this burner on with no fire.
That's here. Ooh.
It's pretty good.
No.
No.
Is that good?
It's not
No.
that bad.
Yeah, it's like walking into a nasty
You
fart.
got a whole bottle to finish.
Yeah. I have another one. It's like gone.
Ugh. All right.
It's not bad.
You
We've
can
had
say it's
worse-
not that bad, but I
Man,
think it
we've
is.
had worse things. We've had worse things.
Oh, I agree. We've had worse. But
Okay.
That's pretty bad.
yeah, that doesn't help that at all.
What will you guys think of next? No, the drink. He was talking about the drink. That what we're doing next Sunday.
We just kind of walk through the store and then we see something. We're like, oh, hey, let's try this. I don't even know what I'm looking for. I don't know. I always look and just see what's out there, what's different, and
I love how we can find Peeps and Pepsi connection, but we can't find Dill Pickle goldfish.
dill pickle goldfish.
Never heard of dill pickle goldfish yet.
No, it's a thing. I want one.
I haven't seen that. I haven't even seen the Old Bay ones. I heard they're bringing the Old Bay ones back.
There's Old Bay ones.
Yeah.
Old Bay goldfish. They were a limited run, and I saw somewhere, and I've been looking. They had the Frank's Red Hot.
No, we did. Oh,
Oh, let's see. So with this ground chicken, I don't know how good it's going to be.
What do we have for a binder? Do you have
Um,
any eggs over here? Or
yeah, actually,
you might want to get that done before you stick your hands in there. Or
hey, give me an egg, and then I have my pork rind breadcrumbs.
guys, if y'all are watching, can you tell me if it's glitchy or if it's like good?
This camera probably will because it's on Wi-Fi.
Okay,
So this view here, probably.
okay, because on over here we had the Wi-Fi signal appear on ours, so I just wanted to make sure like it wasn't black the whole time. Like, there.
All right, toss me in the egg. All right. Let's grab the South Texas Red, little Steve's
Cliche.
egg.
Cliche. That's a cliche.
all right, we got bigger holes this time. We got-
I'll do it. I'll do it. You got me last time.
Reagan, Rusty went like this. Looked like Picasso just. Whoop.
So I don't have like the Frank's Red Hot seasoning. So I got South Texas Red, which is Uncle Steve's. Y'all know that. I like me some Uncle Steve's. I'm going to place another order soon. I'm running out of some of the basics. Some of the basics. The original, the spicier, the sweet and spicier I'm out of. I'm going to order me a t-shirt.
Pickle said, "Don't confuse the chefs while they're working."
Yeah, that can happen. Quite.
Drunken chef said, "Great morning."
Good morning, chef. What's up?
Dutchie said, "Only the Bear Cave camera."
More?
Only the Bear Cave camera.
Yeah, that's the phone.
No, that's not. That's the Bear Cam, not the Bear Cave.
That's the one that's glitching.
According to Dutchie.
Is that one?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
The other one that on to us that looks glitchy is the phone, but
I don't know. Dutch.
Madwood said hello. Pickle, drunken morning.
Morning.
Drunken morning. Had a drunken morning before.
Yep. It's a drunken chef.
Yeah.
He does a lot with his daughter.
The chef. Oh, well, I might have said that like that.
Okay.
I don't know. Don't ever say it like that again. No.
So I think that's
It's not
a pretty
the
good
vibe.
binder.
So.
All right. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm just going to form like little patties. I'm going to put 4 of them in there.
So we're not going to mix the blue cheese crumbles inside the chicken.
No.
We're going to do that inside the chaffle instead.
Chaffle, yeah.
I know Friday when we were talking about it, we weren't quite sure and didn't know what you decided.
I'm going to grab the spray.
Yep.
Give me a good little spray there.
Okay.
There we go. There we go. I see smoke. I got a sizzle.
I hear a sizzle.
I hear the sizzle.
Yay,
So this
blue
is my new-
cheese. It's from Pickles.
This is my new. I did the video on getting it ready to cook, and this is actually the first cook. Kevin from Man Kitchen Recipes asked me when to let's get into the cook, so here we are. Kevin's a good dude, if you don't know him.
You don't know,
Yep.
now you know.
Oh man! So this week went by pretty quick.
It really did, for real, for real.
It went by pretty quick. Didn't have anything really exciting happen, which is good. What'd you do? Anything?
Let's see here. No, nothing at all this week. It was all just going to work and coming home. Going back to work.
We all went to the auction on Friday.
Well, it's Friday night.
Yep. Friday night we went to the auction. That was about the most exciting thing. I hit some thrift stores. Passed up on a pre-lunch lodge, an older one, like it didn't have the lodge logo on it. I passed up on that one only because when I set it down, it didn't sit flat. It had a little teeter to it, so I was like, yeah, I don't need that. So let me go ahead and make these up.
So, Reagan, how was your week?
Pretty good. I didn't really do anything.
Y'all made the chicken wings.
Oh, I hit 175 deadlift, and
God, speak up.
I hit a 175 deadlift and an 80 bench.
Okay.
Like an 80 or 180. I didn't know if you just like. Okay.
The auction Friday night was pretty interesting. I mean, you guys went. What did you think of it? That's the first time you've been to that one.
I think my luck is still pretty good. Got you that pellet gun.
Yep. So they do grab bags where you pay. This one was $10, and they put a bunch of junk in this bag, and that's all it really was junk. But they also put raffle tickets, and then whenever they draw out the raffle ticket, if your number's drawn, you get to go up to the table and pick whatever he has on the table. And this cat, the first time he was up, the first thing he put up there was a $100 bill. Then he put up a little Smith & Wesson, like hand BB gun.
The CO2 kind.
Yep, takes the CO2. Then there was like a gamer's headset,
Computer.
some sort of computer. The other thing was not what I was looking for. So anyway, my number was the second one drawn, well, Reagan's number. And because I paid for it, I got to keep the prize. So I got the pellet gun. The $100 was already gone. That went first.
Bless you. Bless you again.
Thank you.
So, I was going to mix a little bit of sauce.
Quick question. Do you realize or do you know why people say God bless you whenever you sneeze?
Because, okay, are we, okay, because,
I think
okay.
I've told you this before.
I don't know, because the one I heard was that every time you sneeze, a piece of your soul leaves. And then if someone says bless you, then put your soul back where that piece of soul back where it goes.
That's not quite it, but the reason is because whenever you sneeze, your heart stops. So you are never closer to death than you are at a time that you sneeze.
My heart stops
And
when I
the
sneeze.
original you, as in he let you live, he did not, take you. And so it's God blessed you, and it's just been shortened to God bless you every time you sneeze.
Okay. Well,
I didn't know that.
either.
I just thought it was because a piece of your soul leaves. And because what I heard was every time you sneeze. So if I sneezed and Reagan said bless you, then she would turn that piece of my soul back to me. But if she did it, then my soul goes into her soul.
And you know what? That's what you learned, and that's what the way you learned it. This is just something that I learned from my grandmother many years ago.
Oh,
And so we could both be right. We could both be.
Amen.
That's the story that I was brought up learning.
Oh,
Give me another egg.
poison in the food. I'm not.
that's
I'm
good.
sitting on a chair
An egg.
with
Where's that?
Bestie O. Poo.
What did you do?
Ew.
What?
No.
So,
It was I feel like I had a good week.
now,
Yeah. I had a pretty good week. Went to school Monday through Thursday. Thursday, I got one of the other girls who was supposed to hang out with us. Ditched us. So that was fun and exciting. So Thursday, we just watched Scooby-Doo on the projector. And then Friday, I got my hair dyed.
It's always a good show.
Oh, baby, yes. Friday, I got my hair dyed, and then we went to the auction.
Speaking of your hair, Teresa told me whenever I got home, well, she was asleep when I got home from the auction Friday night, but Saturday morning she said, "Did you see Nolan's hair?" I said, "I was with her all night." She said, "Her hair looks
that
really
don't mean
good."
nothing.
Because you know you have fun.
I'm blind in this eye. But
that was wrong. I'm sorry.
But Teresa really liked your hair.
So this is just 1 egg, a handful of the 5 cheese blend, and some blue cheese.
And then Saturday, me, Mom, Reagan, and Dad all went shopping.
The things that I do for my kids.
We will say he was being very patient because we had to. Mom wanted us to try, go into this store and that store and this store to try on prom dresses.
They went to the Carolina Place Mall.
Okay.
And they were looking for prom dresses.
She was
And
talking about the outlet stores.
Yeah,
we went to
too.
the outlet.
We went there too. And they were looking for anything and everything from undergarments to jackets.
Pretty much.
Jacket. It's not going to be cold inside the gym or wherever y'all are having it.
It was
No, it
freezing.
was just a regular like jacket. She wants to dress a little more her age and not as homeless. Or she has.
Because Rusty, Mom, we were at this one store, and Reagan and Mom were picking stuff out, and Mom goes, and she hates the stuff, so I'm trying that on, and Mom looks at Reagan and goes, "This is exciting. She hasn't had anything that actually fits her in years. This is exciting." And I'm like, "Amen."
Yeah.
And this,
Well, I'm used to seeing you looking scruffy inside sweatpants or something in a stretched out hoodie.
That's why they went to the store.
yeah, I got 2 pairs of cargo pants.
To match my cargo shorts. I always wear my khaki cargo shorts that you made fun of me the other week.
I always do. Because
I
you
didn't wear
wear
them
them in the
today.
winter.
I will say we went in and the wife kind of pushed me to get some new shirts and stuff, like this kind of shirt, where it's like the SPF Columbia kind. They had them on sale, so she was like, "You need clothes like you haven't." I've lost like 50 pounds since this whole cancer stuff started, and I haven't changed my clothes.
Right.
And so now she's like, "These are too big. You need the SPF shirts. You wear long sleeves all the time anyway, so get some of those, and then pants." And talk about uncomfortable. I don't like shopping for myself.
We know.
And
But-
so I finally did it. Got some nice gear. Pair of shorts.
And but at the same time, you know as well as we do, you need to,
Yes.
especially when the sun is beating you down.
Yep. So when I'm outside now, I have protection,
Okay.
SPF protection.
And now, Busty, we have a question for you. Dutchie Outdoor Cooking and Barbecue said, "How's Busty since his health scare at Christmas?"
Everything is going good. I had my follow-up appointment with the doctor. See here, it was January 23rd. It was my birthday. That was my checkup to where he was going to decide whether I had to go in, what do you call it, heart cath, to check my arteries and everything. They're saying that whenever my stroke happened, that the tiniest little piece of plaque must have got dislodged from an artery, went to the back of my brain in the pons area, PONS, and they said that it stayed there, very momentarily before it passed through, and that blockage for just that short amount of time is what caused me to have the stroke, and that there was no damage. They could not find any residual issues after checking me up, 2 months later or whatever, and so they increased my aspirin intake. I was taking an 81 milligram aspirin, but did up to the 325. I think we talked about this a week or two ago here. And one of my cholesterol medicines, because our insurance changed beginning of this year, it didn't cover one of the medicines that I was on, so they had to change one of my cholesterol medicines so that my insurance would cover it. So as of now, everything is going really well. I've got no long-lasting residual effects, and it's just myself and hoping that nothing else happens. But thanks for asking. But everything is going well.
Craig, here's your skull chaffle.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Hey, at least you're not making a pickles dino nugget.
Well, Craig
Oh.
said he on the Valentine's Day collab, the chaffle collab, I think went over pretty well. There are a lot of neat stuff out there people's doing with the chaffles. I did get a couple compliments on the little skull dude here. And I picked it up on clearance after Halloween. But
I don't have a fancy skull on mine. Mine's just a regular waffle.
Yeah, I was at the thrift stores and I saw a couple of them and I thought of you and I said, well, I don't know if he really wants one or not. Like it was just a regular one like this one. It wasn't a fancy one. I had a pumpkin one, but I gave
What?
Sydney and Bradley
Uh-huh.
waffle maker.
It's not a waffle maker. It was just
A mini waffle maker. They wanted it for a while. Hey, here. So, cool. Bless you.
Yeah.
Again.
Thank you.
Yep. So, but yeah.
Shit.
So, Charlie, I do have a light tank video going to be coming up. We got a couple of them actually. This one piece.
Oh.
This piece here. Do y'all see that?
Mm-hmm.
Made in Taiwan, 2-quart pot. It's got a removable wooden handle. Picked it up for like $1. It's 2-quart saucepan, Taiwan. And it has a number 2 at the top here. I don't know what that's. I don't know if that helps date anything or not, but I don't know if you can see, the inside was pretty roached. So it took me a while. It was a pain in the butt to get cleaned up, but I got it cleaned up best as it's going to get. And, so we'll get that in use sometime soon. Don't know for what yet, but I found a lid. The oldest was, they moved in. and she gave me all her pots and pans because she got new house, new pots and pans. And so she gave me all her other stuff to get out of her house. So I got those to get rid of. But that'll semi-fits.
Pickle said that's a nice piece.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty. I think when I saw it, I was like, "Ooh, I don't have one like this," and nothing else coupled like it. Trying to think. So I doubled my light tank. I dumped the 5-gallon bucket into a big tote.
That did on the bottom.
Yep, and then added more, doubled the lye. So I made up another light in the bucket and dumped it in. So I have double the capacity of what I had before. So my teapot's in there. The PSR Red Mountain's in there.
My mom's old skillet.
Your mama's skillet's in there. And Cub's 2 little ones are in there. So the plan is to hopefully get into that this coming week.
Dutchie Outdoor Cooking and BBQ said, thinking of doing some lives. What do you guys think?
Hell yeah. I'm all about it, dude. I do have a hard time catching lives.
How's Pickles gonna say lives are fun? He doesn't do lives
He
anymore.
used to.
Not anymore.
He used to. I really do, especially doing this because you got the interaction. Hey, man.
Don't burn yourself.
Here.
I'm not going to burn myself.
Dude.
You.
No, I pulled my hand back before I burned myself.
Okay, but your wife will be mad if we don't eat you, so.
I'm just holding the skillet still. I'm done.
But I like the lives. I like a lot of them doing the just chit chatting, which is really cool. That's awesome. Some of them run a little long. When they get up about 6-8 hours, that's a little long for me to try to catch up.
And me spinning that when they catch up on your podcast the other day.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, Mom.
I missed the last couple of them and I'm up at 5 o'clock in the morning every day. And so while I'm up getting ready and they're just waiting around for shower time to go to work, I've just been playing them so I can get caught up.
Like Tom and Mike, talk about them forever. Great guys. They run a podcast, or they run a live, and they do just chit chatting and stuff. And Tom actually hit me up about being on there in the future here, so I'll be on their chat.
Is there Parmesan cheese in there?
It is a blend of mozzarella, provolone, Asiago, Parmesan, and Romano.
I smell the Parmesan. Whenever I make Parmesan taco shells over there, I can smell the.
So then you look at some of the others, like the Goodfellas. They got 3 guys on there, and they all do just chit chatting live. There's a guy on Cast Iron Chaos. He goes live on Wednesday nights, and most of the time I try to catch him on the replay. The evenings are harder to catch live for me. But he does a cook, and his camera stationary on whatever he's cooking. Sometimes he'll pull it up on him while he's talking about cast iron pieces, but he's a wealth of knowledge when it comes to cast iron. But yeah, man, the lives are doing like what we're doing. It's easy to have somebody running the comments.
Yes, sir.
While we're making fools of ourselves.
Okay. So while you were just rambling, okay. Dutchie said Charlie has been on UKGB lives before as a co-host.
Yeah.
And then he was like, "Yeah, this is true," And Dutchie was like, 30 minutes, quick cook to start. Craig, I'm gonna go. Is it Craig behind the? Okay, yeah, so I'm right. Craig said he would draw his people in from both sides of the pond. Pickles goes, I don't know if I have people anymore. And then Craig was like, Charlie, aw, that's so sweet.
The what?
It was a sweet moment, Dad.
Yeah. So Charlie used to do the lives and stuff. I don't know. Oh.
Your mom? Just 1 second.
Just a minute.
All right.
We're good.
All right.
Doing a YouTube video.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, you're all right. Let's see, where were we?
Pickle lives.
Oh yeah. Charlie's still alive. He did. What was it? Ryan G was a guy from across the pond, and Charlie got to go over and I say he got to get on and be the co-host for their interview talk show.
Okay.
So that I have trouble with is topics. Keeping up with topics.
Right.
And I mean, I'm terrible at. I'll write stuff down, and then I forget to. And like today, I brought the paper out, and I don't even know where it's at now. So,
Yeah,
but that's
and we've been together, and you said that there was. We need to write this down. We need to write this down. Then forget to write it down.
Yep, that's one is keeping up with topics. Now she's done. See how she stops steaming?
With my eyesight,
I know.
I could see the steam on silver lid, but not on.
I know.
I'm the other one's an ATF break going down.
Here's the flip. There it is. You see it?
It's blurry.
Still blurry?
Yeah, just a little.
All right, well, there's the skull. So then this one's rolling. Go ahead. So that's why we kind of just talk about anything and everything. That was our neighbor down 2 doors down. Now it's rumored. I haven't got absolute confirmation, but she is Thomas Davis's mom, if I'm not mistaken. So you all know the football player Thomas Davis.
I do.
Played
I met him.
Played.
for the Panthers. You want to give me another egg? And I've probably seen him, but I don't pay that much attention to who's in and out.
Not Craig said, I thought there was a ATF rate.
ATF, yeah.
What does that even mean?
Alcohol,
tobacco, and firearms.
Yeah. I mean, I got some non-alcoholics in the fridge, and I got a new BB gun. And I quit chewing, so. Huh?
They'll be like, oh, I need that.
Yeah. And I quit chewing, so. It's a nasty habit, but I loved it.
We were talking about that Friday night. The wintergreen mints came out at the auction, and you was talking about you used to do the wintergreen dip.
Yep. Yeah, well, wintergreen was tough. It was the mints that I liked. Like I don't like mint or peppermint, but if it was in tobacco, then I was like, oh yeah, that's my flavor right there. But quit that years and years and years ago. Nasty habit. I hated every bit of it, but I loved it. If that makes sense. Anyway,
La la dee la la la.
Yeah.
La, la, dee,
So,
la, la, la,
how's the
Sure.
burger?
Let me go. Come on, there.
Got one.
Here we go.
Yep.
I'm popping it today.
That is my shoot. Now I'm forgetting the name of it. The chef's tent.
This is the one with the magnet issues.
Yeah. Yep. I mean, it's a good thermometer. I just wish I would like the magnet on the back to be stronger. And the sleeve to hold on tighter. What's up?
Tamara,
What's she want?
she being funny.
Yeah, there's no. We're not catering there and bringing you leftovers. You gotta come and get it.
Tom's in. I'm late. Charlie slipped me a Mikey last night.
Whoa!
Hey, yo.
Now, Tom, I saw that you posted. I got a notification that you posted on Instagram. I went to it, and my Instagram's been all jacked for the last 3 days. It goes to the same post every time I open the app. It goes to the same post from 5 days ago, and I'll scroll down, and it gives me an ad, and then it tells me I'm all caught up.
Try updating it. Go into your app store and update it.
I did, and there was no update.
Then delete it and put it back on.
I don't remember my password.
It'd be like that.
So,
And if Tamara's listening, then Tamara, I made a big pot of goulash for dinner last night. So if you and Sean want to come over today, I got a whole bunch of that in the
What is
refrigerator.
goulash?
It is
like Giant Marzetti.
What is that?
Elbow noodles, meat, and red sauce.
Ooh, that sounds good.
yeah, tomatoes, onions, peppers, garlic. It's almost like spaghetti, except for you use elbow macaroni instead of spaghetti noodles.
That sounds good.
Oh, speaking of lives, Keto Mike was on a channel called Just Jason Keto or Just Keto Jason. Really, and they had a good chat. It was a really good chat. I liked it. That one's a little full. This one's not quite there. It's almost there. And the other hard part is coming up with things to cook.
Without being repetitive.
Yeah, without being repetitive. Like we're doing morning stuff, so we try to do morning or brunch without doing all morning and brunch. And trying to keep it within a certain time frame. Which is always hard. It's not like the Food Network shows where they're like, oh yeah, here's this. And always have a coffee pot right here with you because I always forget. And then I run out of coffee.
Tom said I'm starving. Do you guys deliver with DoorDash?
No.
Only Uber Eats.
This one's not quite ready, but I don't even do Uber Eats. If you want to come and get some, you're more than welcome, buddy.
We'll set the table for you.
Yep, I have plenty of room at the table.
Yeah, we do. That thing can go to 15 feet.
16.
16 feet.
Yep, if I put all the leaves in it, it'll go to 16 feet.
I mean,
It was my great-grandma's harvest table. And you're like, what is that? So what they used to do is when they would,
That's what regular.
the area, the community, would all get together and help each other out with the harvest.
Like corn.
The guys would. The women would set up the table. And they'd be 16 feet long, and it's like a big smorgasbord. You just come by and get your plate and go. And so this table, it breaks down. You take all the leaves out, and it breaks down to about 6 feet. And
Ours, the one we have put up, isn't 6 feet.
Is it 8?
It's smaller.
Is it?
Because it's only 4 people sitting there.
Yeah. So anyway, we got all the leaves out of it, so it goes back in, and we stripped it down, and because it probably had, it had layers and layers of old vinyl, tablecloths, old newspapers that had stuck to it because it was probably lead paint. And we stripped most of it off. There's some of it we left on there because it was kind of cool looking.
Yeah.
And that table's over 100 years old.
Tom said nice with the exclamation point. I'll drive for Uber. So
Drive for Uber?
Yeah, apparently.
Yeah. He will deliver. I won't. His kids do DoorDash.
I did it for, it wasn't too long. I think I did it for a month. I was bored and wanted to do something. And that 1 month that I did it, I made like $400. But I got to where it was only on weekends because I work during the week. But,
she's a little full.
Yeah, I see that. But I don't like driving, especially when it starts to get dark.
Yeah, that's not safe for anybody.
So I want to, the one BSR skill I showed you all last week, I reached out to my man Cast Iron Kev. Instagram, he does some YouTube stuff where he walks around flea markets looking for cast iron. And I reached out to him, I sent him a picture, and I had questions because the BSR Red Mountains made between 1930 and 1950. And in the 50s, about the middle 50s, they were transitioning into the Century Series. And so I had questions because the handle, yes, it had the proper teardrop, excuse me, and it had the proper ridge. But up at the spot by the pan, it had a diamond shape in it. So I reached out to him and said, hey, man, this has got me a little confused because it has all the details for, all the signs for the BSR Red Mountain, but it has this. And he told me to, no, that's fine. It's a 1940s, whatever. And I kept digging, and found some pictures. Just this one size pan has that diamond shape. Majority of them don't. Almost all of them don't. So I joined a Facebook group. It was a BSR Old Lodge, and I don't know what other one it is. And I posted on there. Not that I didn't trust Kev, because Kev's an awesome dude. Just to answer that question, because it kept nagging me, why does this number 8 have that diamond on there when other number 8s don't, but some do? Right? So I checked on the Facebook group, and they're a wealth of knowledge. And the one guy came back and said what it was a mold repair. And that's why that's on there. So I thought that was pretty awesome. That was my hunt for the week, because I was looking for more information for Charlie. I don't have the other BSR out here. I got one inside that I could show you because it's in the light tank, but the other one's inside I could show you. But let me go get it. Maybe.
Ah!
You can squeeze in there.
Maybe.
You're there. You.
Okay, so if you look at the BSR Red Mountain, it has a hole or a heat ring. It has the number down here, which this one is rare because it has an 8 and a 7. You can see that. You see that? No. I'm trying to look into
Dad, I see it.
Oh, you guys are
Right there.
there.
Hold it.
See, it has the 8 and the 7 C, but it has a whole heat ring. And then down here,
Hi, honey, J Badger.
you see the ridge. That ridge and this teardrop is the Red Mountain. Now the other number 8 that I have in the light tank right now has a diamond spot flattened out right here. And that's what had me questioning what that was. So they're saying that it was just a mold repair. So pretty cool, pretty cool. Right. So it's pretty cool information that I found out, and I was pretty stoked with that. 1940s.
Well, this is just going to be a little tiny dab.
Rex is so sad.
That's Bella.
Yeah, because they know we're out here and they can smell the food. I'll tell you what, the dogs love the chaffles. They love chaffles.
They like food.
Yes. So we're done there. We got a couple. You guys don't want chaffles. Mom doesn't want
Do
one.
you want a chihuahua? Do you want to try a chihuahua?
We'll clean that up later.
I'm not gonna make fun of you.
What else? There was something else I had. Oh, I got to make the salad. Cheese and peas. Y'all let me forget stuff.
Dad, make your salad.
Y'all let me forget stuff.
That's the question.
So one thing I saw, you know how we talked, Rusty and I talked the other day about the grocery store down the street had Boston butts on sale for 99 cents a pound. Pretty cool deal. But what I'm finding is they have those on sale, but then
Tom said what's on the menu for today.
Who?
Tom.
We're doing buffalo chicken, a version of buffalo chicken chaffle sandwich with soy sauce.
And the blue cheese and the Frank's is an awesome sauce. I really like it.
James said, I just got a smooth bottom BSR Red Mountain chicken fryer with the original lid at Goodwill last weekend, $25.
Ooh, our Goodwill sucks.
He's so mad about it.
I am. Everybody, you get them online and they're posting stuff. They found this at Goodwill. They found that at Goodwill. And I'm like, all right, cool. I go to Goodwill and I get nothing. So I go to those 2 other thrift stores, and every now and again I'll find something. The other day, I mentioned this earlier, James, but I walked in and they had it hidden in the back. They had a number 8 Lodge. It was a 3-notch Lodge, and it had some crud on it, but it didn't sit flat. I set it down on the counter. I cleaned off the counter, set it on there, and it had a wobble. Tapped it like that, and it had a wobble. And I was like, it'd be all right. It was $4. And I was like, but I have so many of that same size.
Right.
Do I need another one? Will it hang on the wall? I don't know. So, and it did not have this in it. It was just a 3-notch Lodge, and it had a number 8 at the top. So it didn't have the Made in USA or anything on it. So it would have been an older one, but I passed it up. I probably should have, but I did.
Side-eye.
But every now and again I'll find some. The one day I went in and they had the little cookie skillets, the little round ones that come with a cookie and a brownie, and they wanted like $3 for those, and I was like, "Are you serious?" But
Tom said blue cheese with the puke emoji.
speaking of the puke emoji,
Cilantro.
I actually had a comment that was the puke emoji. Yeah, and I was like, what?
Oh, what video?
Believe it or not, my most viewed video, I think, or in the last 6 months, YouTube says it's my most viewed video.
Okay.
How to cook a Beyond Burger. Somebody gave me the green pukey face, and then another nasty emoji, and I was like, okay, they're not for everybody.
They're actually pretty good.
They are. I was really surprised.
We got these ones from it was either Sam's or Costco. I can't tell you which one. But they came with like 8 patties. You put them on the thing, put them in the oven. Those things were good, like good.
I got some down here at Food Line, and they were the breakfast sausage.
That's how parents should get their kids to eat vegetables and
And
things.
it was because Teresa was having an issue with all the grease from sausage patties,
Mhm.
and so she pretty much quit eating sausage.
Yeah.
And we were walking through the meat
I'm
department.
sorry.
And so,
That was wrong.
Dad!
I'm
No.
sorry.
Time out. Y'all done talking.
No.
No.
They had the sausage patties
Ain't no
I
way.
mean, because he's like,
on clearance for
Because-
$2,
he likes breakfast sausage.
and
He eats a lot of pork in his house.
nice save. But
He eats
That
a
was
lot.
not a nice
but
thing.
whenever we cooked them, they were really, really surprisingly good.
Hey, laughter is what makes your food taste better.
Dad, you should hope that your aunt's not watching
Don't get me in trouble again.
this.
We won't go into that. You got me in trouble. But Leprechaun TV is going to be doing look like a comedy show of some sort.
Really?
Yeah. They're in old Cleveland TV land.
James said, I got a number 8 national cup about a month ago, $5 at the same Goodwill. I think it depends on the Goodwill.
Yeah. I can go to like 3 or 4 of them around. There's 3 of them. And they also.
There's 3?
That's one thing. We have a Goodwill distribution center here in Charlotte, and one of my friends actually, his wife used to work there, and she said that depending upon the location of the Goodwill store, whenever they get to the distribution center, they only send certain products to that particular location of that store. So just because, say you bring in a whole bunch of clothes or whatever and you donate it to the Goodwill here in Rock Hill, that doesn't mean that they get washed, sorted out, and put back on the shelves in Rock Hill. They all go to a distribution center where they get cleaned and processed. Then they ship them out to a designated store depending upon the geographical location and what sells best in that area. So there's no telling, no way you can tell what's going to come where.
You know there's the Amazon like return package thing in Charlotte?
Yeah, a warehouse.
No, but like you can go and
You
like
can go there, you can buy pallets and everything.
yeah, I want to go to that. I think that'd be cool.
I think it'd be cool too, but
The one guy that I watch a lot is Harry Tornado. He does a lot of thrift store reselling on eBay and whatever. Him and his wife. They both like have become successful enough that is their full-time job is eBay reselling, and they do a lot of what they call Whatnot. It's an app that they can do that with. And he always he's in Columbia, which is like 45 minutes south of us. And he goes to the flea market on Wednesday mornings. at like 6 and 7 in the morning before the sun comes up. And he gets all kinds of scores. I don't ever see any cast iron but in his videos, but he's not looking for that. So kind of neat stuff.
That just got interesting.
Let's see, what else do we want on our salad? You don't want anything like that, so.
Ooh, let me make you salad.
I already did.
Oh, never mind.
That's Rusty's and that's mine.
I can't eat those black olives.
Then that's mine.
You tried.
I tried. Okay. We had dogs whining at the door. Whew.
That's one thing about Teresa. She loves olives. She can take a jar, open it up, get a fork, and just eat olives out the jar.
My dad does that one.
I mean, I don't see how. I can't stand the smell of olives.
Hold on, I gotta sneeze some.
Just like a tomato. She can take a tomato and bite it and eat it like an apple. And I can't stand tomatoes. That's weird. I like tomatoes if they're cooked or processed, like in spaghetti sauce, pizza sauce, something like that, soups or stews. But an actual raw tomato, I can't do it.
I can't do tomatoes. It's texture.
Okay. We are winding down. It's got a good time to do, huh?
56.
Taking a minute. Yep, we're getting there.
Stephen Barbecue said, I finally woke up early enough.
Good morning, Lance. Yeah, Lance has been doing a lot of lives too. I have trouble catching him in the evenings. So with Mama's new job, she's working from home, so she's upstairs, and I'm running Cub right now while we're working on her license. But when she gets off, she comes down, and then it's like we spend the evening trying to spend the evening together in between her homework time. But so it's harder for me to catch a lot of the lives in the evening. But I try to catch the replays the next morning.
Okay, so Tom said Rusty wouldn't do well in my kitchen. Charlie wouldn't either. He sees the knives in the dishwasher. I don't do well with picky eaters. I don't know.
I'm not a picky eater. I just don't like a lot of stuff.
That's the same look that Dad gives me. So, definitely makes you a picky eater. Oh, definitely,
But like
Tom.
cilantro, to me, it tastes like Dawn dish liquid. I mean, I can't stand cilantro. Raw tomatoes, I can't do it, but I love cooked tomatoes. Spaghetti sauce, pizza sauce, ketchup, but I can't eat a raw tomato.
I like the sphere, the like circular pickles, but I don't do the long ones. I can't do them. Taste weird.
Oh, so we went to Empire Pizza last night.
Okay.
You know,
I've
nice little pizza place. Been around town forever.
Oh.
But to my surprise, they have pizza bowls.
With no crust.
Which is basically all the toppings, no crust.
Awesome.
So Pickles has banned Tom from his own kitchen and the world. He said, oh, definitely no, Tom. You are banned. I'm banned from my own kitchen. From the world, Tom. From the world. He sounds so sad about it, too. Like a level of disrespect. You know, like, what I'm talking about? Yeah. No. Okay, got it.
Yeah. So Mom and I got to record. So how far did you get in our podcast?
I think there's 7 of them now.
I'm going to plug myself, yeah.
There's 7 of them now. I've listened to the first 2 and started the third one on Friday before I went to work.
So what do you think?
I think it's
Be honest. Be brutally honest.
Well, since I've pretty much been going through this at the same time you have, from an outsider's point of view, I mean, watching you go through all this, whereas a lot of the listeners are just listening to what you went through. I actually physically saw it.
Yeah.
And it's almost like I'm reliving it. I mean, it's like, I remember him like this. I remember, he was having, this kind of effect or whatever. But it was pretty much just like, starting over through the whole thing and reliving it.
Yep.
I told Dad I won't listen to it. I was like, I would listen, like, if I have to, like, to see if you did something right, then yeah. But, like, I don't want to have to sit and listen to it because I saw from the very beginning.
Right.
And because I was at the house during it.
Yep.
And
the big thing I'm looking for is it engaging? Is it?
We'll have regular.
It's very informative.
Information.
And that is what you are looking for, to inform
Charlie is
people
getting biblical
and
with
help others
his
that are going through this to know what to expect.
Yeah.
And in that aspect, I think it is very, very informative and very engaging.
Good.
And like I read.
We don't want it to be like kind of like you tune in and it's just dull and you're not interested and like you're like, who are what the hell's going on?
Right.
And like I read like the little descriptions about it.
I'm terrible at that.
Yeah, I know. And like I have a friend of mine who is listening to it and she's like, that was a really good episode. And I'm like, I'll let him know. But I don't know. It just feels weird to like listen to it when you saw the way before when we thought you just had COVID.
Right.
And then when you came home and you looked whiter than me and all of that. That's the stuff that like doesn't leave your head. So you remember that.
Right.
You remember that every day.
And it's been like I've said before, it's been a therapy for us, for Mom and I, because we have two different points of view on the whole thing.
Right. And you can hear that whenever y'all are talking.
Yeah.
And you'll start saying something, and then she said, no, stop. It's not like that. It was this.
Yeah.
And then she'll like correct you. And it's not that you were wrong.
Oh, she'll correct me, all right.
It's not that you were wrong. It's that she's looking at it through a different set of eyes.
Yep.
And a lot of the main thing was your little best friend over there, little bestie, would never want to admit that something was wrong.
And
because the moment if he did, then that made it true and that it was actually happening.
But you also got to think from a man's mindset.
He's not going to admit that he's sick.
Exactly.
And all of that.
The same way.
And we knew that.
Like whenever, good point. December 18th, when I had my stroke, I was sitting there on the couch in the house, and Teresa was looking at me saying, what's wrong? Something's not right. What's wrong? And I'm sitting here on the couch having a stroke, and I'm telling her nothing. I'm fine. I'm just tired. I know. I'm just a little dizzy. It's because as a man, you don't want to, I guess, admit right that there's something wrong or that there's a weakness, because that's the way a man would perceive it, as being weak.
And it's not, that's just the way the guys are, and we're terrible. We suck. Wow.
At least you know.
Yeah.
And I remember, like, Dad would wake me up at, like, 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning whenever he wanted biscuits, because he couldn't focus and concentrate to make the biscuit dough.
Yeah, we talked about that in the last one.
He would wake me, he'd be like, hey. I'm like, what's up, Dad? You good? He goes, I want biscuits.
Well,
Come on.
the one night I came
Imagine
down.
me waking up Tommy at 2 in the morning. Hey, man, make me some biscuits.
Well, no, the one night I came down at like 3 in the morning, and she was like, she heard me up, so she'd come down and see what was going on. Or you were just getting ready to go to bed or something.
Yeah, I was getting ready to go to bed.
I want biscuits. And she goes, what? In my mind, I had no idea, like, what was really going on. It was just in my head. I've always wanted to learn how to make biscuits from scratch. Let's do it. Now's as good time as any because I'm not sleeping. But I got all the ingredients out and set it on the counter. I had the recipe.
And he's not even like
And
looking at the recipe.
I stood there and was like, I don't know what to do.
He literally stood there until I came downstairs and like, what are you doing? He looks at me and goes, I want biscuits. So sad about it.
Like I'm reading it going, take 2 cups of flour, put it in a bowl. You got to take a cup of milk or heavy whipped cream, put it in a bowl, mix it all up, add pats of butter, whatever. Lost. I had it all out. 2 ingredient biscuits, and I'm like, all right, cool. I had my big mix bowl, I had the measure, I had everything. But when I looked at it, I just stared. Lost. No clue. So, and that was kind of how it was going.
Yeah.
And I don't have the attention span to do, like we were talking, long cooks.
Right.
Like to do ribs, I'm cranking that heat up. I'm done in a couple hours. Like 3 hours, I'm done. Ribs are done in 3 hours. Pork butts, the last one I said I cooked them, 6 hours? Or 4 hours or something like that. I jacked the temp way up and we were done. I just got it done.
And I know one of the things though, when it like first started was we didn't know how to say to like our friends, our teachers, what was going on.
That might be the topic next is how do you tell somebody what you're going through?
Because I remember when your mom told us the first time when they thought it was non-Hopkins.
Yeah.
And then when they were like,
Well,
it's not that.
And it wasn't until the
CT.
Well, until I was in the ER when they found out that it wasn't.
Yeah.
I think I want to add.
And I remember.
That looks good, doesn't it?
I remember I got Reagan. You were the
Looks
first
good,
person I told. I remember I pulled Reagan out of class because we had like a class beside each other, and I pulled her out and I was like, I need to talk to you, and she was like, okay. We went to the upstairs bathroom. I was like, okay, I need to tell you something, but I don't know how to say it, so I'm just gonna tell you. And then, yeah, the rest is history. Tom said get an Instapot. Ribs done in an hour.
I've thought about that because my man Corey, Cooking with Corey's got one, and I've thought about it, but.
I've got one, and the only thing I've ever made in my Instant Pot is freaking cheesecake. Keto cheesecake recipe, and I've made it 5 or 6 times because Teresa just loves it, and that's the only thing I've ever cooked in that Instant Pot. 5 keto cheesecakes.
So you remember how Pickle said that Tom was banned from the world? Yeah, Charlie's getting biblical with his punishments, and Pickle said, I'm a part of the Red Sea, I'll throw you in. They're being so friendly. We love when they get along.
I'm trying to figure out how this looks better. Oh well.
Oh, I found us a new set of hats to wear.
Uh-oh.
Remember whenever we were kids and the Flintstones were real popular, Barney and Fred were a member of the the Buffalo Lodge or whatever.
Yeah.
But on Facebook, I saw they had the buffalo hats with the hat and the horns out the side, so it's just like the Barney Rubble Buffalo Lodge hat, whatever. I said, that's what we need to wear to live. That's awesome.
What do y'all think?
Looks nice.
The skull up front make you want to eat it?
Look at the skull.
Oh, yeah.
Oh. I just had my knife.
That's not a knife.
That's a chopper. It is a chopper.
Okay. There's that. So, if this worked, you have the Frank's South Texas Red in the patty, blue cheese in the chaffle, should give us the buffalo blue cheese. Should. Okay. Reagan, come get one. And then I used the chaffle to make croutons. You ready? Let's give this bad boy a whirl. Might have made them a little thick. Probably should have done smash burgers. Mm. Okay. I don't hate it. I'm getting a lot of like the 5 cheese blend. And then you get that punch of blue cheese. The patty was a little too thick. I should have made it thinner. Probably should have done like a smash burger. The flavor's there.
It is. I mean, I don't think the patty's too thick.
No?
No, I don't. Get you a really good meaty, mouthful, a really good bite.
Mm.
And that toasted cheese and the chaffle,
Yeah.
really complements it good. And I'm really surprised. I can't taste the blue cheese as much as I thought that I would.
I had a big bite that kind of like just crept in there. It's like the provolone and the parmesan kind of has that you know how they have that distinct taste, and then it melds right into the blue cheese.
The blue cheese definitely has a distinct taste.
Yeah.
And that's what I was expecting, but it's not nearly as strong and overpowering as I was expecting.
So I'd say this was a success, right?
Definitely.
All right. Well, Cub, you want to try? Rex, get in.
Oh, back in, bro.
You don't need him running around. He'll come out in a minute and clean up.
I don't think he can fit in there.
You want to try one?
Look at her hair. It's so pretty.
She doesn't hate it.
I don't like the chaffle.
Yeah, truffles aren't for everybody. But, all right. I think that was a success.
Definitely. Good job.
Something different.
James said I can't get an Instapot if I feel like I'm cheating on my cast iron in an enamel way.
Yep. We walked through the locker set store yesterday. Man, if you had about to replace all my cast iron with locker set, it'd be thousands of dollars. That place is expensive.
Now that's a waffle. Very, very strong with blue cheese.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't like blue cheese.
I think it was a success. So, all right, well, let's get out of here. You know, we went a little long, so.
Only 15 minutes.
So we'll talk at you later.
Longer.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay.
So we'll talk at you later. This was just a brainstorm that kind of worked.
Yes, it did.
So get out there, experiment. You think it'll work? Try it. What's the worst that happens?
You learn 2 things. You learn that you like it, or you learn not to ever do it again.
And this worked. So it tasted good, right?
Yes, it did.
And
We had fun.
we had fun. There we go. Rock on.
Rusty, hold on. You ain't like this, it go like this.
Straight up.
No, like this.
Rock on. Y'all are awesome.
See y'all next week.
Y'all have
Have a great week.
Stay safe.